All right, we're going to be working on Chapter 1, Lesson 3, Problem 1. Where in the student reference book would you look to find the definition of area? So whenever we have a reference book or a textbook, you would find definitions in the back in a section called the glossary. Now let's see if glossary is a choice. Table of contents, index, glossary, game section, or all of the above. So it's still glossary here. We're going to solve problem 2, A, B, and C, and we want to make sure we follow our order of operations. Order of operations tells us to do parentheses first. So I'm going to do 4 times 12, which is 48. And then we add 8 more. But I want to show my steps as I go for a final answer of 56. For B, I'm going to write it here because I feel like I don't have enough room. Now that slash also means to divide. And then we have to parentheses 16 divided by 2. So here I'm just going to solve following PEMDAS. I have 16 divided by 2, which is 8. And then I'm going to rewrite 32 divided by 8. I can use my multiplication chart, go to my 8 row until I get to 32, and then determine what 8 times what is 32, and I will get 4. Now C is 32 divided by 8 times 2. And we just solved 32 divided by 8, so that's nice. And it's in parentheses, so we're going to do that first. 32 divided by 8 is 4. Then multiply by 2 more equals 8. So our answer for C is also 8. Draw a line to match each measurement with its equivalent. So we could use our SRB, and we're going to use a lot of this page in our book. We're going to use, and it tells us right here, 328 in our SRB to kind of help us, and that's this page here. So 1 centimeter, what is it the same as? So I want to look at my SRB for my units of measurement in the metric system. So 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters, but 1 centimeter is also, or 100 centimeters is also 1 meter. So let's see what our choices are. 1 centimeter is the same as, now that's tricky, because 1 centimeter is pretty small. But if I were to think about meters, in a meter, 1 centimeter, I would need 100 of them to make a meter. So 1 centimeter is just 1 over 100 parts of a meter. Here. 1 kilometer. Now that's pretty big. When we think about the American system, when we think about the American system, that's kind of our biggest measurement would be a mile, and in the metric system, the biggest measurement of length is a kilometer. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So let's see if we have that choice. We do. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. 1 meter is, and we talked about this already, is 100 centimeters. And a millimeter is teeny, 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 tiny. Teeny, tiny. There are 10 millimeters in a centimeter, but there are 1,000 millimeters in a meter. So it makes up 1 out of 1,000 pieces. 2 friends were playing a game and recorded their scores below. Player 1 scored 42 plus 51 points. Player 2 also scored 42 plus 51 points, but scored 4 more points. Who has more points? We could solve, but let's look here. This 42 plus 51 expression is repeated here. So these parts are the same, but then it gets different when we add 4. Without even solving, we know player 2 scored more points because they had 4 more than player 1. Now we like to skip problem 5, but we don't skip it in 5th grade. Writing and reasoning. Do you have to calculate the scores to find out who had more points in problem 4? Why or why not? We did not calculate it, but we know why. So I did not calculate the scores in problem 4 because they both scored 42 plus 51 points, but player 2 had 4 more points. That's exactly why we didn't need to solve. Please make sure you write that in, and if you want, you could solve it too to double check your work.